Who is hearing me?
Madam, I with you.
I hear you now.
The network is crazy. Keeps going on, off, and all that. So I was trying to explain the meaning of the 5 W's and the H. So in epidemiology, you answer these questions. What means, what is the problem? What is the environmental event? Is it air pollution? Is it water contamination? Is it heavy metals poisoning? Is it erosion, gully erosion that has caved in somewhere? Is it oil spillage? What is it? You document it. The next thing is, where did it happen? There must be a place where it happened. Location. And even in the location, you can also specify, is it in the, in a town, there is a place for the rich and for the poor. So you cannot just say there was environmental pollution issues in Makurdi. That is very general. So you must specify where it happened in Makurdi. So if you talk about Wadata, there was a food poisoning event in Wadata, Makurdi. So that is very specific now. So you're talking of where, you must be very specific. Don't generalize. Are you understanding me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, some people's lines are not muted, so there's interference. Then you talk about when, what time of the day, what time of the year, what time of the season. Is it Harmattan? We know that Apollo conjunctivitis is a Harmattan disease. You hardly see cases of conjunctivitis during rainy season. While cases of pneumonia or cold or catarrh or malaria are very common during rainy season. So if you want to talk about disease in the environment, the time of the occurrence is very important because it will help in planning. When did it occur? Is it a dry season problem or is it a rainy season problem? We in Africa, we have only 2 seasons. We don't have winter, we don't have summer. We have dry and rainy season. So we have to specify when it happened. Then who in this case, who are the persons affected? Is it young children? Is it old people? Is it the boys? Is it the girls? Is it men? Is it women? This information also guides in planning. If more women are dying, you're talking of maternal death, more women are dying, then planning will be to address maternal death. If you're talking of food poisoning by families or in families, then you'll be talking of addressing agricultural practices of food handlers or food processors. Because sometimes you hear that an entire family ate cassava flour and died. So these are the cases we want to also address. Then you want to ask why. Why did it happen? If it's malaria, why is there a high prevalence of malaria? Are the environments too dirty? Is water collection? Are there empty cans collecting water? Are the drainages blocked? Are the bushes unkept? So the answers you get to these questions will guide policy, will guide decision making. And then you talk about the H is how, mode of transmission. How did you get affected? How did someone get affected by the problem? So these 5W and H answers questions in environmental epidemiology. You're talking of what happened, where did it happen, when did it happen, who is affected, why did it happen, and then how did it get to it? Yeah, that's fine. So this is just an illustration of how we all get affected, the interrelationship between the ecosystem and the human health, and also other aspects of the environment. That's why I keep emphasizing that the environment is not only for human beings. Even plants and animals need space, need to be considered when we're doing things in the environment. So environmental factors of public health concern. The first is air quality. We know that without air, we cannot breathe well. And it is breathing that keeps us alive. So when somebody dies, they will say breathing has stopped. So air quality is very, very important. And what improves air quality is trees, planting of trees. Simple biology tells us that trees take in carbon dioxide and bring out what?
Oxygen.
This network needs oxygen.
Consequences of poor air quality. Miriam, are you going to tell us the consequences of poor air quality? No, they're not hearing me. Hello? Hello, class?
Can hear you,
Hi,
ma'am.
ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Can you?
Can hear you, ma'am.
Are you not with the slides? Even to read what is in the slides, air quality, the consequences of poor air quality, who knows? Have you been in a place where the air there is contaminated? Okay. When you are traveling to Boko, there's a strong, when you're traveling to Boko, that place they call Oton Factory. What happens there? Have you perceived any odor around there?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me attempt.
Go on.
Poor air quality cause mostly respiratory tract infections.
Exactly. You know, you breathe in air, and it fills your lungs and expands your lungs and circulates into your system. So if you're breathing in air that is polluted, you're taking things into your lungs as well, starting from the nostrils. Sometimes even a choking smell, immediately, the first thing you do is to hold your nostrils. If you pass around where there's a dump site, what happens there? Are you able to stay there for long?
No, man.
No, so the quality of air in that place is not good. That is why you are not able to stay there. So air quality is not something that should be compromised at all. In your own houses, you need good ventilation. There should be free flow of air in your bedrooms and everywhere so that you don't feel choked because your life depends on air. Then you need biological, the second concern is biological safety. This deals with protecting people and the environment from hazards that are of biological nature. Cyanide comes from cassava. There are some plants that are very toxic to the environment, while some purify the environment. So you think about biological safety as well. You must follow strict guidelines to protect the environment and not get people exposed to hazards that will cause fatal consequences. Then you talk about climate change. For real, climate change is here. We're ending January this week. We have been expecting rains. Farmers have been expecting rains. No way. The weather is quite harsh. What is the cause? Climate change. And this affects people mentally. Because for some people, their life depends on this farm. For some laborers now, if you go to the village now, they're just idling away because for them, they need money that they make from making heaps and or clearing grasses for people. So economy is slow at this time. So problems may also arise. So we're looking at situations of drought, hurricanes, floods, and all that contribute to climate change. And eventually, this also affects on health of people and even their mental state. Because an idle man is a devil's workshop. Then we talk about, so a picture here just gives us some of the health effects of pollution, the organs in your body that will be affected, and the various pollutants associated with them. If you take carbon monoxide, it causes nerve damage, it causes headaches and fatigue, and it hits your brain immediately. Carbon monoxide chokes you in no time, while also affecting your lungs, your respiration, affecting your cardiovascular system. You have sulfur dioxide and you have nitrous oxide. These ones affect it. Then pesticides have the tendency of affecting your intestines and your lungs as well, while bacteria and other chemicals. So this picture just gives us what pollution or contamination in the environment is doing on the organs in our body and even in the environment. Look at soil pollution and soil contamination there. Look at water pollution, look at air pollution. So all of this is affecting so much. So we need to think of ways where we can make our environment safe for today and for tomorrow. Then we'll have to consider disaster preparedness and management. Some disasters are natural in occurrence, while some are man-made. Erosion is a natural disaster, but contributed by man. If you build on water sites or waterways, you will suffer flooding and erosion. And if you build without planning your cities as well, you will suffer some of these consequences. So though erosion, a challenge like erosion can be said to be natural, but man contributes to it. Then you talk about food safety as well. That is why there is a certificate that is given to food handlers, because they have to be checked. If you're running a hotel, from time to time, the food, is it Bethesda or for Benue State, I think they come and demand a medical certificate of fitness of all the staff handling food. Because if somebody has TB, it's not supposed to be cooking. Number one, it's stressful. Number two, possibility of transmission is there. So food safety is a very big concern for the environment. And you know that food can harm and cause a lot of diseases in people and even death. Then we are thinking of hazardous materials as well. From our factories, from our production, some of us are doing Nigeria. How do we dispose of the water that we use, the dyes we use when we produce these things? How do we dispose of it? Now we're talking of housing concern. That is why town planning is very important. You don't just build haphazardly. You give consideration for where there will be recreational areas or recreational facilities. And like I said, trees are a filter for us because they take away the poison and give us the nutrients we need. So when you live where there are no trees, you are saturating your environment with a lot of carbon dioxide, and there is nothing to remove it. How will you feel? So we must plant trees and reside in homes that give us comfort and not slums. Our towns must be planned very well so that urban growth can be accommodated, there can be environmental protection and minimize construction. And also remember, when we're talking about types of environment, we talked about built environment. So town planning comes into built environment. Then you talk about medical waste disposal, noise pollution, and recreational waters. All these are things you need to address. The swimming pools, people with swimming pools or places where swimming pools, those swimming pools are often inspected because they must be safe and they must not pass on diseases onto people when people swim in them. Interesting, some people pass waste products into the swimming pool, so there is need to be regularly checking swimming pools as well. So you may think some of these things are not important, but a swimming pool, a place like swimming pool is actually very, very important and it is safe. So now that we are talking of man, plants, and the environment, the new thinking now is One Health. That's why One Health concept. Man, human health, animal health, environmental health, all play a role in promoting One Health. Health of the environment affects health of humans, affects health of man. Animal health affects man, affects the environment. If too many animals are dying, they will be burying them in the environment, and there will be a lot of decomposition with foul smell around, polluting the environment. So we need to also add up to us having a One Health approach in this life. This is another picture of the concept. So we go on. Another things exist. You are a host because disease will reside in you. Something must cause the disease. That is the pathogen. And the factors that aid that pathogen to attack you is the environment. Let's look at malaria. You are living in your own house. Your external environment has collection of water, has unclean gutters, has bushes. What will now reside in that place? You, a host, and what will happen? Disease will come. So you don't just wake up and fall sick. Two factors attack you, the host, before you fall sick. There is a disease-causing organism and there is an environment that is fueling that disease-causing organism to propagate and attack. We also need to understand this issue of the disease triangle and see the environment So some of these things in the environment is found in where malaria is found by vectored by mosquitoes. So we stay with these things, and when we give them the enabling environment, we get affected by what we get affected with. These are just another explanation of what I've been saying in a pictorial form. So the interaction and interdependence of the agent, the host, and the environment and time are used in investigating the disease. So the 5W and H comes in here. The agent is the disease, sickness. The who or the what is the agent. The who is the host. The where is the environment. The time is the when. You see where the 5W and H are explained here now. I said what is the disease, right? I mean, what is the disease caused by an agent? Who is the host? Who is affected? Where is the problem? And when? Time and how? So we understand the link between the environment and the disease. The agent that causes the disease, the organism is that the host is the organism, usually man or animal, that harbors the disease, and the environment are those surrounding and conditions external to human or animals that cause or allow disease transmission. And time is accounts for incubation period. If mosquitoes bite you today, you will not get malaria today. It will take time, maybe 3 days, 4 days, for it to attack your red blood cells. That is the incubation period before the signs and symptoms begin to manifest. So you have enough time to deal with the environment before you actually fall down with sickness. So we have explanations of types of environments, favorable environment or non-favorable environment. And in epidemiology, we need to note some terms. Sometimes we need to know incidence. When anybody in the medical line might understand this very, very well. Incidence. Incidence measures new cases only. There's an incidence. It measures new cases of a situation. So for prevalence, measures total number of persons or total number of cases that are around. And prevalence establish that is a worrisome condition because a lot more people are affected. So we have point prevalence, which occurs within a particular time, and then we have proportion prevalence as well. Which is the people affected over a period of time, a point time. So many people are affected within this short time. Why period? So many people are affected over a period of time. Point is just something like it's occurring now, but so many people are affected. So we'll talk of morbidity rate, the number of persons that die within a population. They will talk of mortality rate. No, morbidity is sickness. Number of people that fall sick by a particular disease within a population, where mortality rate is the number of people that die from a problem within a population. All these indices, incidence, prevalence, morbidity rate, mortality rate, once you get the values for them, they are useful in decision making. Because if you get a high mortality rate, a large number of people are dying, it means something is seriously going wrong there. If you get a high number of people falling sick, it means there's a large number of people are suffering from sicknesses in that place. So this helps in planning, and it helps in environmental interventions as well. It was from such situations, such data, that the issues of HIV intervention by the American president or the likes of Bill and Melinda Gates began to give support to Africa, because a lot of people were dying from HIV and the data was there, and so they used it to lobby for government support and get funding support. So I'm going to break now and ask you to also contribute to the discussion. So if you have anything to share with us on what we have discussed so far, the floor is open now. Hello? Patience, are you here?
Yes, ma.
Yes, can we hear you?
I was a bit distracted, sorry, ma.
You were in class and you were distracted.
Ma, sorry,
Okay,
ma.
Akpan Samuel, let's hear from you. Samuel Akpan. Anybody contributing to the discussion? Or am I talking to myself?
No, ma, you are not talking to yourself. We are with you, ma.
I want to hear your own contribution, or you don't have anything to contribute so far.
No, so far there's nothing to contribute. Well, me, what I have to contribute is if the environment is polluted, everything around it is affected. You can see trees during this dry season. You see, even trees are not healthy. Birds are not healthy because they don't see insect to feed on. Human being, look at the way I'm talking, because the environment is very polluted. So everything is affected. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Who is that spoke? Who spoke? Bamwan, Guma, can we hear from you, your perspective? Guma Bamwan, are you here? People will just log in and go and doing other things. Okay, Mariam, let's hear you. All right. So, let's go on. I'm giving us some terms note. Endemic. Endemic is something that is confined to a particular place, location. It's very regional. It's very localized. When you see a problem, yes, who raised up the hand? Akpan Samuel, your hand is up.
Yes, ma. I wanted to comment.
Do you want to bring the hand down, or you want to?
Yes, I want to comment as well. Yes, concerning the.
All right, go on.
Concerning the period that we are in, that we have issues of from air quality. The air we have mostly mostly at the area that is have maybe a construction project that's going on. There's a lot of dust presently, especially we that are.
Which construction project?
Yes, we have a series of dust being deposited around. So the air quality there is being contaminated. Many people are having cough. So we requested that maybe the project contractor should help us spray water in the construction area so that it can reduce the dust. So announcing that it's part of the.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why there's water, there's water tanker that sprays water. Is it around that Wolfram area, right? Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, man.
You're talking about the Wurukum area where the flyover is being constructed, right?
No, not that side. I'm talking about Calabar Itu Highway. Calabar Itu Highway.
Oh, okay. I understand. Air pollution can come from so many factors. It can be from construction. And also, we're constructing during the dry season where water will not be available to dissolve any dust particles. There's always air pollution during dry season because there is no rain to dissolve any dust particles in the air. So there's a huge concentration of dust particles around. And then if there's excavation of the earth because of construction, you are now adding again to what is already saturated in the air. So there's intense air pollution during dry season. I agree absolutely with you. For the Wulukum roundabout, you see that most times there's a tanker there that goes around spraying water so that the particles don't arise from the ground so much into the air. But that's very little they can do because very soon the water dries up or because of the intense sunshine we have. So it's really not much help, but it is an effort. We appreciate them for thinking that they need to reduce the dust in the air. Thank you for your contribution. Some of you that don't contribute and we are called and is noted, the class rep, take a picture. 15 people are in class now. If 15 are in class, it's me and who? So it's only me and it means 14 of you are here. If you take away me, it means 14. Class rep, please snap this attendance. You're supposed to be how many? 29 or so. So you share, I will send you to the center leader. This is the number of people. Miriam, please mute yourself. Miriam, mute yourself. So we talk about endemic. Endemic is a situation that is very localized. It's in a particular location or a particular geographical area. It doesn't go beyond that place. If you look at a disease like which one of them will I give an example? Is very peculiar to northern Nigeria, vesicular fistula, which is a condition that happens to girls who are trying to give birth as young girls, underage girls trying to give birth. So that is an endemic problem in northern Nigeria. Even though the same Nigeria, it is not common to other parts of the world. It's not common to other parts. So then you talk about epidemic. Epidemic are so it was a global problem. It has a large number of new cases. This network is so erratic. So note outbreak, pandemic, carrier, a person who can be said to be a carrier. A carrier is somebody who harbors the infectious agents and may not show signs of the disease, but the disease-causing agent is inside that person. Especially people that suffer from STDs. They are carriers of the infection, but they are not showing signs of infection, but they are able to transmit the infection if an opportunity occurs. So such people are said to be carriers. The same thing, an animal can be a carrier. Dogs carry rabies, but they don't exhibit symptoms of the rabies disease. But a rabid dog carries the rabies virus, but does not exhibit symptoms of the rabies disease. So a carrier is someone who, or something that can carries the disease-causing agent, but is not exhibiting classical symptoms of the disease. Pandemic is something close to an epidemic that spreads countries. It usually affects, a pandemic is even bigger than epidemic. Like I said, COVID-19 was a pandemic. The whole world was affected. You can term it an epidemic or a pandemic. The whole world was affected. The immunity is your ability to resist being infected by something. It's the ability to resist being infected by something when it enters your body. So what are the pillars of public health? Public health focuses on health promotion, health improvement, and health delivery, health service delivery. So in health promotion, in health protection, we do surveillance, we do outbreak investigation, we enforce environmental laws. I was in Bethesda, and there was a court, mobile court going on, and solving the wastewater in his house running onto the other streets. So he was breaking an environmental law and was fined 100,000. Bethesda goes around from time to time to monitor people's homes. And if they catch you found wanting, they invite you or they levy you. So the whole essence is environmental protection. Then we have health promotion, health improvement, things that will do to educate or inform or address determinants of health, like using, educating people to cut grasses around their houses, encouraging people to use organic pesticides or organic fertilizers to reduce the deposits of chemicals from synthesized fertilizers, talking about proper dieting, agro-based nutrition, and all of that are things that address health. So you want to improve the health of people. It's better to prevent than to treat. So when you cut out on some of these things, you are less likely to make use of health services because you will not fall sick. So health promotion and health improvement, when the two work well, health services are not stretched at all. So this picture gives us also an idea of the interrelationship between the three domains of health. And so what are we expected to do in epidemiology? Gathering of data, making policy, making assurances that information will be available to all, studying disease patterns, promoting health in the environment, and ensuring equity. All of this, at the end of the day, contributes to some of the Sustainable Development Goals and makes our life better as a people. So in conclusion, environmental public health is crucial for preventing disease and promoting overall well-being by addressing the impacts of environmental hazards on health. Effective environmental public health practices requires comprehensive approaches, integrating data, understanding complex interactions, and implementing evidence-based strategies so that population health is addressed. Human health and the environment are very linked, and environmental factors influence disease patterns, which you already know. So we need to have holistic perspectives when we are trying to look at things related to the environment and our behaviors and our health outcomes. So whatever we do to the environment comes back to us at the end of the day. Treat the environment nice, the environment is nice to you. You're nasty to the environment hits you back. The environment know they play. So at the end of the day, it's in our hands to protect you. So there, and understand better at the end of our class today. Thank you so much and good afternoon. The floor is open for questions. Hello, the floor is open for questions. If you don't have questions, we call it a day. Tomorrow, I will not be here. I'm writing exams tomorrow. So Professor Tembi will take you morning and afternoon session. I will take you on Thursday morning and afternoon. Then on Friday, we'll come back to our normal schedule. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Bye.
Yeah. Nice day. Bye.